Hey everyone, Jake Madison here of Locked On Pelicans in the Wednesday edition of Locked On NBA. Trade time! Out are picks 10 and 40, a future Lakers first, and most importantly for Pelicans fans, Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams. In comes 17 in this draft, 51, and Jonas Valanciunas. This is all about creating cap space for the Pelicans and less about the draft picks and the players. By shedding the salaries of Adams and Bledsoe, the Pelicans can get up to $36 million in cap space. That makes them get a run at a guy like Kyle Lowry. Maybe they want to split that money up multiple ways by going after a restricted free agent like Duncan Robinson, or get creative in trade situations. Plus, they can always bring back a guy like Lonzo Ball, who seems like he might have a somewhat robust market out there, but it makes them big players this offseason to go any number of directions. Acquiring Valanciunas, who fits much better than Steven Adams, is, as we say in Louisiana, lagniappe. And at pick 17, they're going to get a similar player value-wise to what they would have gotten at 10. And that future Lakers first, which is top 10 protected now, is likely going to be in the late 20s and useful for just moving off of these two bad deals, undoing a mistake from the past offseason by David Griffin. A starting center with some range and $36 million to spend in free agency is definitely a good start to retooling the roster around Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. There's a whole lot more to break down about this trade, so make sure to check out Locked On Pelicans later today on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
And here we go. The Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans have decided to kick off the 2021 NBA offseason with a blockbuster trade. The Grizzlies send center Jonas Valanciunas picks 17 and 51 in the 2021 NBA draft to the New Orleans Pelicans for center Steven Adams, guard Eric Bledsoe, picks 10 and 40 in the 2021 draft, and a 2022 protected Lakers first-round pick. Now, on the surface, the Grizzlies are sending the best player in the deal away. And coming off the playoffs, it may seem a bit odd, especially with how much Jonas Valanciunas means to the Grizzlies on the court and especially off of it. But while losing Valanciunas is certainly disappointing, the focus has always remained on the future. And while the Grizzlies are taking on Adams and Bledsoe, they're doing it in a similar way that they took on Andre Iguodala in 2019, in which they're taking on contracts into cap space and gaining extra future assets in the process. Moving up 7 spots in this loaded draft in the first round, moving up 11 spots in the second round, and gaining an extra first-round pick in 2022, giving the Grizzlies potentially between 2021 and 2022 5 picks in the top 40, including 4 first-round picks, 3 of which would be next year. Rumors obviously are starting as to who the Grizzlies could potentially target with their 10th pick, but with 5 picks now over the next 2 years, including 4 first-rounders, the Grizzlies now also having bigger contracts they could potentially move as money-matching aspects of deals. Don't be surprised with the creative front office led by Zach Kleiman if this is the first of a few moves that the Grizzlies can make to really upgrade their roster. Either way, it's all about having options and all about creating the best chance possible to be as a sustainable winner as possible going into the future. Zach Kleiman and the Grizzlies once again strike gold, sending out Jonas Valanciunas, but in the process getting even more assets for the future. We'll have this and much more on the Locked On Grizzlies podcast.